Turns out it's an awful time to be a Star Wars fan. First they came for your movies, then they came for your comic books, and now they're coming for your video games. The mouse has no shame. His tentacles are in everything. Now, I gotta say, at first I got excited when I saw the trailer drop for Knights of the Old Republic. But I don't really know why I got excited. I guess it's more like reflex. I'm just like Pavlov's dog at this point. When the light turns on, I salivate. Because I've been burned so many times with remakes that you'd think I should have learned my lesson. But no, I guess I'm a sucker for disappointment. Each with their own. And disappointed I was, because I looked at who is in charge for writing the story. Well, one of the people at least. The hair is colored. The problematic glasses are on. And more importantly, the hot, spicy tweets exist. So I expect some changes to the story. Some changes that some of us may not appreciate. I'm pretty sure that if there's anything problematic with Knights of the Old Republic, it's going to be changed. Because usually these people have a lot of hubris and audacity, thinking that they can rewrite a classic. Imagine if someone wanted to do the remake of Bohemian Rhapsody. And they decide to rewrite it because they're a lot better at making music than the original author. Kind of like that when you go for a game like Knights of the Old Republic, which is a classic. But, it is what it is. I mean, what can you do? Don't criticize the mouse, though, because I understand it's racist. We saw what happened to Nostalgia Chick for having the audacity to criticize Disney. So now I heard something else about it, and I'm a little bit torn on this one. I'm not outraged. I know a lot of people are outraged, and I understand why they feel outraged. So I do understand their point of view, but I personally, speaking from my experience, I don't think it would necessarily be a bad thing. But at the same time, it doesn't mean it's a good thing either. So what they want to do is they want to change the way the game functions. So they don't want it to be turn-based. And by turn-based, I mean the system is called turn-based combat, even though it feels as if it's real time. They want to change that, and they want to make this one more like God of War, or more like Nioh. So they want to change the entire gameplay aspect of it. Now, the problem with this is that I'm fine with it. I mean, I like God of War. I like Nioh. It's not a problem for me. But there's a lot of people who have played the original and would prefer to keep it the same. I mean, my wife, for instance, she could play Knights of the Old Republic just fine. But she's not good at playing God of War. She's not good at playing Nioh. So why would you do this? Now, I wouldn't mind if they made a sequel or a spin-off, and then no one would have gotten upset. But again, you're taking a classic, which is Knights of the Old Republic, and already you're starting to change things because you didn't like how it was done, and it wasn't good enough, was it? Now, the reason that I'm not that upset is that maybe it can work. I don't know. I mean, it worked for Resident Evil 2 Remake, and it works surprisingly well. So Resident Evil 2 had a different camera angle than Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was over the shoulder. But the thing with Resident Evil 2 Remake was that you couldn't run while aiming the gun. And because of this, it kept the idea of survival horror. Like, the zombies were supposed to be scary. So I like what they did there. Will they do the same with Knights of the Old Republic if they change the gameplay completely? I don't know. At this point, I'm very skeptical. Again, one of the people at the top has problematic glasses on, and I know I shouldn't stereotype, but if stereotyping is wrong, why am I always so right? Usually these individuals aren't very competent, and they're not renowned for being creative. I mean, they follow an ideology which tells people how to think and tells people how to behave. So it doesn't leave a lot of room for creativity and thinking outside the box. But on the other hand, apparently they hired a lot of developers who worked on the initial game. So that is that. What I can say is that we live in the age of the internet, so I will be able to see trailers. I'm definitely going to be looking at gameplays before I buy. And if worse comes to worse, there's always the refund, so there's that. Still, in one way, I am happy because this is a game that made my childhood great. So I would love to return within that universe. I would have preferred to return in that universe from turn-based combat perspective, to be honest. However, I'm willing to give it a try, just like I gave Resident Evil 2 Remake a try and I ended up liking it. I do understand why some people might be upset if they don't like the type of games like God of War and Nioh and they don't want to play something like that. Perfectly understandable. But, so far it didn't change my mind, this information, neither for the better nor for the worse. I'm still wait and see. Let me know what you guys think, though, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.